What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another Black Desert video. So today I want to talk about the Olvia Academy. Is season 3 worth doing? Now, I made this for season 2. It wasn't. It's over now. But season 3 started recently, and probably people who are returning to the game, new to the game, are probably wondering, is it worth doing? So the answer to that is, one, if you are a new player, and if you've never done this before, it's absolutely worth doing. Simply because all of these life skills that you do and the combat stuff, it gives you a bunch of rewards for like your first time clearing, and these are absolutely worth doing. However, for people who have completed it once, is it worth doing? And the answer to this one is the combat is worth doing, because this time around they added a new line for all of you. The important one is for the Garmoth's art. Realistically, this is also sellable, but yeah, this is an easy 13 billion silver. You could do this all in seasonal gear nowadays. Plus, they have the new one, which is like the hyper boost, which is basically free gear to get yourself up to like 340 something ish AP nowadays, without too much work. But if you've done this before, chances are you have all of these done except for the last line over here, and it's just more hammers for black stars, kind of irrelevant. Gem of Twilight, this is actually pretty important because it allows you to turn, like, let's say you have one free one, which you should have gotten through the Olvia Academy before, or just playing the game. This allows you to convert it into a sovereign weapon, which is the current best in slot weapon. And yeah, this is just like having another pen black star. So what would I do with all of these if you have never done it before? If you have all three Garmoth's hearts, just put it on a shy character. Like, you know, most people, even if you never plan on playing a shy, it's good to have it on your, just in case. So like your three main weapons, and then put it on, you know, a fourth one, or you could just sell it for 13 bill or whatever it is minus tax. And then if you aren't at the sovereign part of the game, this Gem of Twilight will allow you to basically get one. So what order would you do the weapons of sovereign? So if you are succession, obviously you go for your main hand, just because that you use your main hand. If you're awakening, chances are it's probably awakening weapon, because it does slightly a little bit more. But when it comes to your offhand, which is now new, and you could use a gem on that as well, is also a pretty good one. So yeah, let's see, what other things do I want to talk about? Did they add anything else for life skills? Nope, that one's still the same. With that said, the Heidel Ball, they talked about they're going to add some new life skill stuff in the future. So just like, it's not part of the Olvia Academy, but life skillers were getting new content and stuff in the future. But in terms of, is this worth doing? Let's talk about a few of the other things. So the pass, this generally brings in a lot of XP for your life skills. Even if you're early on all the way to endgame, it kind of falls off in terms of XP once you're into gurus, but like this is more for the beginner players. And so yeah, let's go down with all of these and talk about it. These life crystals, let's not talk about the right side, because that's the paid real money one, like the battle pass second tier. But gathering is definitely worth it. Getting these mellow herbal medicines are really nice. Life crystals for all of you life skillers out there. This one, you know, you can convert it into the best in slot later on. And then yeah, so gathering, worth it. Fishing, you get the 10-hour buffs, and the fishing ones, these are pretty nice actually. Other than that, not too much over here. Hunting, you get the other, well actually you get another life crystal. So basically, if you don't know what these life crystals do, you can convert the life and mastery ones to combine it into a like the best in slot one over here. But for new beginners, getting the life skill one just is a temporary placement until you do get it, so it's actually pretty good. Let's see. Cooking. One of these, pretty good. If you don't need it, you can always just sell it. It's free 300 mil. And then the other one, the vital crystal. So you know how we talked about the life one, life crystal here, and vital one over here. You can combine both of those into the one I just showed you. But if you don't have all of them, just combine it until you need it. And then another vital crystal over here. another either free money or mastery 3-hour buff if you're doing everything. A lot of people have asked me for processing. Where do you get the processing success rate artifacts? Well, this is where you get it. You get 2 of them. It's actually really nice. I would say processing is one of the ones that is not super important, but it's one of those things when you're semi AFK and have a little bit of downtime that you'll want to do it. Training is actually really good because these 10-hour scrolls are really nice. Another 10-hour buff. And, well, I mean, these are kind of hard to get. Like, you can make them, but, like, for the most part, they're usually sold out when we're off events and people are just trying to catch horses. Farming actually takes a little bit of time now, simply because farms now take, like, 20 hours. Instead, they used to take a couple of hours, and you could do them off rotation. Now it takes at least a day if you don't leave your game on overnight. But getting an artisan worker box is actually really good. Getting 2 of them and a bunch of scroll, like 10-hour buffs. Sailing is actually very profitable nowadays with bartering, and also getting sailing XP is probably one of the harder life skills to do in the game. Especially sailing. Bartering is not too bad, but sailing, it just requires you to be in the ocean constantly. That's all you do. So being able to pick up the extra XP for sailing has generally been pretty good. And then you get a bunch of, you know, stuff for your sailors and everything. So if I were to recommend anything, like, it would probably be the ones that have monetary value. But in terms of XP, sailing is probably the high priority. But aside from that, let's see. Other things. Let's talk about this. I've talked about it before. Like, what are the objectives? How do you actually start it? So basically, if you're a new player, you're wondering, oh, okay, so I want to do this. And the field tactics is let's start with this one because this is easy. So you talk to, like, once you go to the main building, right? There's an NPC that starts the Olvia Academy. And then you talk to the people over here with, like, these little books or the life skill one. And I'll show you how it works because I've done this before. And then you basically, like, here, I want to do these quests. And then you do them, you start it. Then you do that, get some XP rewards. I'll show you how much XP is. 74.85. Got 0.04. Let's go. Anyway, then you just talk to all the NPCs, do a bunch of quests in order. Pretty easy. And yeah, I think all of this should probably take you maybe minus the farming one, because that's actually time gated, and some of the other ones are just a little bit out of the way, but ultimately this should not take you more than like 10 hours minus the farming, just because that one is actually time gated. Everything else, if you know what you're doing, it's just free XP. I think the highlight for this season is just getting the combat rewards for all you veterans out here who have done it before. Just get the Garmoth's art whether you need it or not. It's 13 bill, and that's actually pretty good. So for about maybe an hour of work, that's better than any grind spot. So yeah, one-time thing. Life skillers, if you're a new player, just make sure to do all of them, because this will help you get caught up with life skilling if you like doing that. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. Pretty quick video. And I guess real quick, if I wanted to go down in terms of easiest to hardest, or not hard, but like time consuming, gathering you could probably just do straight up. And I have a video of that one. Fishing is just literally RNG. Do you catch the fish? There's actually a spot in the Olvia Academy, like right down here-ish, or wherever like I'm over here. So then there's like a fishing spot like down here. You can catch most of the fish down there. Very easy. Hunting, you do have to go out of your way a little bit. So you'll be going down into like the mountains over here, and just follow the objective of that one. Cooking and alchemy, you can actually do that in the Olvia Academy. It's not too hard. They have an NPC where you can do this, like, that has a limited craft, but you could use the Academy tools, and then you don't really have to go out of your way, especially if you don't have them. Processing, kind of the same thing. You could just do it at, Olvia as well, wherever there's a main storage. Training is a little bit out of the way. You have to catch some horses. I believe there is something like right outside by the Bumbling Buccaneers, like down here-ish, where there's like a training one where you just teaches you how to do everything. Farming, you kind of have to put your farms down somewhere else. So like you'll see this icon over here where your garden is, and then you can just grow things. Like they tell you to grow specific things. It's gonna be like days at a time. Just keep that in mind. But it's like 0 effort. You just plant them, and then when it goes to 100, you harvest them, and you're good. Sailing and bartering, actually pretty easy. You start over here by the dock where all these NPCs are, and it just tells you do some objectives. It gives you a free boat, so I mean, like, you don't really have to do anything. This is meant for beginners. And with that said, that's all the things I wanted to talk about. If you have any questions or anything, I'm happy to point you guys into the right direction. I know this game is confusing for new players, but I just wanted to talk about that, and especially for all of you veteran players out there, there is one extra line of things worth doing. Well, this is the only thing worth doing, and if you're a mid-game player, the Gem of Twilight might be helpful for you. But that's it. I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic day, and we got a bunch of stuff coming out next week, and stick around. I'll see you later. Peace.